Some time ago I made a video where I was trying to get the most render distance possible in Minecraft without using mods like Distant Horizon or some other mods that use LODs. I was just talking about pure render distance without any modifying. So I watched that video and I decided, you know what, that video was done pretty bad. I did not know a lot of things, and also I did not use my computer to its fullest potential, because with a computer like mine it's really a waste. So in this video we're gonna push my computer to its absolute limits. There's one reason my computer is pretty good at doing this. It's because back when I built it I made a small mistake, let's just say that. Let me pull out Task Manager. Look at this. 128 gigs of RAM. Yeah, I know it's DDR4, but still. This is absolutely insane for a computer like mine. This is why I can do stuff like this. But still, today this is not gonna be enough to do what we have to do. So let's first try out with the PC with the regular settings. So as you can see right now I have 32 chunks of render distance and we get around 400 FPS. And this is not with any mod like Distant Horizon, this is just pure render distance. But let's try to get higher. For example, 64 chunks. So let's give it some time for the whole world to load in, and yeah, this already looks insane. And we are already at 60 FPS. So even with only 64 chunks of render distance, the FPS dropped by a lot. And that's because the render distance, every time you double it, it has to load 4 times as many chunks. So yeah, we're gonna push our computer to insane limits. Now, let's try to go even further. 128 chunks. Okay, 128 chunks. Let's see. Is my computer gonna be able to handle this? Okay, now it takes a lot of time and the FPS dropped by let's see the usage. Oh, we're already at 64. Okay, the RAM is definitely going up by a lot. And also the CPU is getting a lot of usage. That's strange. Usually Minecraft does not use that much CPU. Yeah, and also right now the only reason I have so many FPS is because it's just rendering a small part of the world. If it would render the entire part it would lag out by a lot more. But we are at already 4,000 chunks of... Yeah, this already looks insane. Like, you should never be able to load Minecraft like this. Let's see at the RAM usage. Like, look at this. We are already at 54 gigabytes of RAM. And yes, guys, I know about the RAM prices. If this looks insane to you, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry for all of the people who have like 16 gigs of RAM while I'm casually using 54 gigabytes. Well, I guess I was lucky back then when I built the computer, because when I built this computer, the RAM prices were like insanely low. That's why I have this ridiculous amount, and yeah, I still have the 3060. That's probably the biggest bottleneck on this entire system. But yeah, as you can see, the world is already loading quite a bit. It's taking some time. Let's TP up a little bit more. Okay, now I'm really noticing some lag spikes. If you look at all of this, look at this. Yeah, we have like only 6 FPS. This is insane. And wait, let's try to get even higher, because if we load all of the chunks at the same time, the FPS will definitely drop. Wait. Now I'm not seeing anything. Wait, let's go a little bit lower. Okay, now this should be good. Yeah, as you can see, we are already at 4 FPS. And let's look at the RAM utilization. Already 87 gigs. That's insane. Can we go even higher than this? Let's try. Now with a render distance of 166, this is really insane. Let's try. Oh! It looks like Minecraft just crashed. We hit like 103 gigs of RAM and Minecraft just crashed. Well, did we really reach the limit? Yeah, probably, because I think the real bottleneck is still the RAM. Because even if we have 128 gigs of RAM, it's still not enough to load this. So, is this the end? No. It would take 800 gigabytes of RAM to load this. Is this the end of the video? No. I'm gonna go even further than this by upgrading my computer, but I'm not gonna upgrade it in RAM like you would think. Because in today's prices, this is pretty much impossible to do. So, I'm gonna find a different method to do it. Right here, guys, I have an old office PC. I'm just gonna take out the SSD and put it in my computer. You will see for what I'm gonna need it. Only the right screwdriver to use for this, but I guess it will work. You know what just happened? I managed to lose the screw inside of the PC case. This is just one of the worst things ever. Everything should be now assembled again. Let's just turn it on and hope it will work. What? Guys, I think I fucked it up. Okay, turns out it was the wrong cable. I just got scared for a bit that I completely broke my computer. Let's see. Okay, now it's working perfect. I did not break it. That's great. We're now wondering two things. Why did I just install the SSD and why also am I on Linux? It's because on Linux there's this feature called swap that's basically using your SSD as RAM. Yes, I know, it's not real RAM. I did not just install 1.6 terabytes of RAM. Yeah, there's gonna be some problems with it because it's cooling off the SSD. It's gonna be much slower, but yeah, I think it will still work. So for the next part, I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to make a voiceover because when I was recording it on Linux, it really was a terrible audio quality. So I just installed Minecraft Launcher and also this version of Fabric. The only mods I installed are some mods to increase the render distance and also some server-side performance mods. Let's change the RAM thing. Yeah, it's gonna be insane, like having this amount of RAM allocated to Minecraft is just pure insanity. But still, I think it won't work that great because I don't even know if the game engine is able to handle this much RAM. Yeah, let's try it out. Well, I just loaded into the world and it's already starting to lag. I don't think this is gonna be able to even load this. Well, let's at least hope we can go high enough to see everything. So the chunks just finished to load because we already see the fog. And we're only using 56 gigabytes of RAM. That's pretty good. Yeah, for now I just put the render distance to 128 chunks. But I hope we can go even higher than this. Let's try. But already the frame rate is pretty bad. But let's see, can we go higher than this? You know what, let's try to something like 380 or 90 chunks. Or maybe even go up to 400. Yeah, I think this should be great. So now let's see, is the computer gonna just crash instantly or are we gonna be able to load this? Well, all of the chunks just disappeared because every time you have to load the chunks, it just reloads them all. That's pretty annoying. I don't even know how this is possible, but Minecraft for the first time is using all of the CPU. Well, this is just insane. Normally Minecraft just uses 1 or 2 threads because it's a single-threaded game, but yeah, now at least I'm happy that it's using all of them. So it looks like we actually hit some sort of limit, so I had to restart the game. And also I changed some settings in the swap space to make it run much better. It has been around 6 hours loading all of these chunks and it still stopped at the same point as last time. I think really that should be some problem in the game engine. It cannot really load this many chunks. Or it also could be that I was using swap space instead of real RAM. Yeah, one of the two, but still. I actually think we just might have broken the game and reached the actual limit, yeah. Because if you go over 128 chunks, the game just, yeah, it somehow manages to load them, but it just makes this straight square pattern and then it stops loading more chunks. I think we cannot go further than this. So I'm gonna end the experiment here, and this is probably gonna be the highest render distance ever achieved in Minecraft. But if you somehow have some ideas, I'm maybe gonna try them out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop it right here.